Welcome into the PFF NFL Daily. Today, we get into the mind of Aaron Rodgers. We're going to unpack all the drama coming out of Green Bay or wherever Aaron is. I don't know. He's coming off a 12-day cleanse. Who knows where he is or where his headspace is at. So let's just have some fun today, Sam, and try to figure out the drama coming from Aaron Rodgers. We thought he might announce on the Pat McAfee show.
No,
what
you
he's
thought.
do.
I didn't think that.
I bought into it. I thought we'd have something. I thought we were going to have an emergency daily declaring Rodgers is back, Rodgers is ready to move on. Nope, nothing. But all we have is early morning Facebook posts of gratuity from our Instagram or whatever from Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers got deep into his feelings late one night and posted a giant long spiel thanking everybody that had ever been near him. And people took that as an indication that Aaron Rodgers was going to retire from the Green Bay Packers. And then he went on, the Pat McAfee show, as he does. And everyone was like, ooh. And by everyone, I mean you. It was like, maybe this is it. Maybe Rodgers is going to announce. Maybe there's retirement talk now. No, look, this is crap. This is Rodgers now. Rodgers has morphed into Brett Favre. 15 years after watching this crap for years at a time, Brett Favre, the season finishes like, will he retire? Won't he retire? Does he retire? And then comes back. Like, Rodgers watched this happen for years and somehow internalized it all. And 15 years later has decided that that's like the playbook that he's going to run every offseason of just, look, Rodgers isn't an idiot, right? People will say he doesn't owe you an explanation and he's just posting. He knows what he's doing. He knows when he posts an Instagram thing like that late night, everyone is immediately going to read into that he's retiring and walking away from the game. He is smart enough to know that's what it's doing. It's deliberate. He is, at this point, a giant retirement troll.
Well, because one of the pictures that he posted too is what Devontae, whoever he stands in between during the anthem, Devontae and whoever else it was, Cobb or whoever. And in one of the pictures was both of them with the space in the middle, which was from the game that he missed. So people are really looking into it like, oh, it's going to be no more Aaron Rodgers, right? I mean, there was a lot of deep thought there. But look, we got the breakdown on his 12-day cleanse. That was good.
Yeah, he referenced something called a panchakarma cleanse on the McAfee show, which so obviously immediately that the Google traffic trends, where it shows you like interest in a specific topic over a period of time. There must be a giant spike today for panchakarma that's never been seen before because everyone immediately Googled that to find out what in God's name it was.
So SEO's hot. You should probably write an article on it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. I'll put it that way. So there's a kind of Google, like a Wikipedia entry that lays it out in very kind of broad terms, but the things that they don't get into specifics. Somebody else broke it down in ways that are a little more explicit and therefore horrifying. The cleanse recently completed consists of, number one, a 3 days of ghee therapy. Ghee is clarified butter. And ghee therapy is you consume ghee until you evacuate at both ends, So nothing but ghee until either end of you just starts erupting whatever was in there.
Now, is there like a tipping point there where it starts coming out both ends? Or is that a continuous process? Like, oh, I've slowed down, back to the ghee.
I would assume you just keep piling ghee in there until that happens. And then once that happens, it's like, okay, box ticked, let's move on to step 2. I doubt, though, my intimate knowledge of such things is not good, that you don't continue to pound ghee in there once once the evacuation from either end has been in
keep
full flow
evacuating
for a while. But who knows? Days. I'm not an expert in such matters. Anyway, number 2, 1 day of therapeutic vomiting.
Everybody needs that. Yeah.
I cannot put into words how horrific that sounds to me. Number 3.
Because you've only done unwanted vomiting. That's the only thing you can relate to. You have never practiced therapeutic vomiting.
Not true. Everybody who has been in college and has been badly drunk knows full well that there is such a thing as therapeutic vomiting. And if you just make yourself sick, you'll feel better for it.
True.
And I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do it at the time. I hated it. Even if it made you feel better, don't want any part of it. I want absolutely no part of a day of therapeutic vomiting. Number 3, 1 day of laxative therapy. So once you got it at the top end, you got to get it at the bottom end. Number 4,
5 days of both ends here. All right, great.
3 days of herb drops in the nose.
Of course.
Because you got to clean out the sinuses with whatever herb things you got to. Number 5, many days of enemas. And then number 6, yoga and meditation throughout, so to keep you going throughout the evacuation out of every orifice you got going, you got to get going yoga and meditation. The yoga plus things evacuating out of various holes feels like a bad combination.
This is why we started the PFF NFL Daily, just so we could break down stuff like this. And that sounds like a horrible 12 days of life.
Yeah.
Tell you what doesn't sound horrible, though, Sam. Hoops fans, great offer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. It's too good to pass up. New customers could bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. If Sportsbook isn't yet available in your state, you can take a shot at a big payday still, because everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings daily fantasy basketball contests. And DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code PFF. Bet just $1 on any NBA team and get $150 in free bets if they win. It's promo code PFF at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 or older. Minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. What else you got here? I mean, so bottom line in all this, the football component here. He started to say his meetings with the Packers front office and Matt LaFleur and all that stuff, they were a lot more positive than they were in the past. Maybe he's still in this gratitude state from the 3 a.m. Instagram, but he was complimentary of them. He was saying, I'm a two-time MVP under Matt LaFleur because of Matt LaFleur. I mean, he's going back, right? He's just going back to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packer, you heard it here first. He's going back, right?
I would think so. I mean, aside from that, so I don't think he retires, right? Just walks away from the game. Now, I didn't think Tom Brady would retire either, so who the hell knows? But
you don't do a 12-day cleanse on the way to retirement. It's to get ready for the next season, presumably.
Sure. Okay. I just don't think he walks away at this point. I think Tom Brady realistically had achieved anything that was humanly possible to achieve. Rodgers at least wants that second ring and is still well capable of getting it. So that's something to chase that wasn't necessarily there to motivate Tom Brady. So I don't think he walks away, at which point your question then becomes, right, where is he going to play? Does he stay in Green Bay or does he try and go somewhere else? And if your motivation is, I want that second ring, you need to come up with a destination that is better than Green Bay for giving you a shot at doing that. And I think that immediately rules out any team in the AFC just on spec, right? Denver is the team that everyone talks about. Denver is in a division with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr, just to get out of the division, let alone make it to the playoffs where you got to get through Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and all these other quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson. To hell with the AFC. So you're going to stay in the NFC, and then you need to say, all right, if I take Aaron Rodgers off Green Bay and put him somewhere else, are they automatically better? Tampa Bay, maybe. New Orleans, maybe. I don't think either of them are necessarily guarantees, at which point better the devil you know, which is the place you're a legend already, stay in Green Bay.
Yeah, I think he stays in Green Bay too, but I think a lot of your reasoning is off. You're over there like, let me get into Aaron Rodgers' head and tell you what he's thinking. We just talked about the clarified butter diet that he was on for 12 days, okay? That included therapeutic vomiting in day 4.
Yeah.
So I don't think I mean he's crazy, right? In this competitive sense. He's a crazy competitor. Not overall, just as a competitor. He's probably not like, what's the path of least resistance? I don't think he's looking at the AFC like, oh, I'm afraid of Patrick Mahomes. I'm afraid of Justin Herbert.
It's not a case of being afraid of them, though. It's like, I want a ring and I have a finite number of years to get one. What is my best chance of getting one? And it isn't being in a division with Mahomes and Herbert. It just isn't. Even Rodgers knows that.
But I
diet or not.
I think he's looking at it through his own lens, and he's only thinking of what's best for me. Me and LaFleur with Devontae for a year, or is it me and Hackett with the guys that I could throw to over there? I think he's thinking of it just through his lens. Now, ultimately, again, I think he lands on Green Bay, But they do have some work to do to just keep Davante and keep some of that roster together. So it's going to be probably more challenging next year to come out of the NFC maybe than it was this year, even with Tom Brady gone.
How many more of these, troll jobs are we going to get before he officially announces that he's coming back?
I think we're due at least a cryptic TikTok from Aaron at some point. TikTok. We'll have a cryptic TikTok probably close to the franchise tag deadline when Davante gets his franchise tag. A what?
A cryptalk.
Cryptalk. Ooh, we may have come on to something. The Zennials breaking down TikTok with new terms.
I just think it's hilarious that he's doing this right after, like, he's following the Brett Favre playbook, having suffered through the other side of this for years.
And he's probably just going to go back to Green Bay. Of course, we need your feedback, so let us know. What's Aaron Rodgers going to do? This is the best PFF daily of all time, getting in Aaron Rodgers' brain. It's the PFF.